back to school for the majority of people. Happy back to school for the majority of people. Hello, everyone. I'm Cheldin Barlett-Rumer, and this is it. We are doing our best to do our best. I hope everybody had a wonderful, wonderful week and weekend. Happy Monday to all of you. It is August 25th. We are coming to you live from our wonderful home here at the Forum Event Center here in Blackwood, New Jersey. We're going to do this again. Taquan and I tend to be ambitious. Good morning, Taquan. Taquan is our production manager here at This Is It Network. We tend to be ambitious. We tend to say, hey, we're going to do this thing. And sometimes the universe and God has another plan. I mean, we were booked and busy this summer, and so when we had good intention of coming to you live every single morning, Monday through Friday, it ended up being a little bit more of a hurdle than we were able to jump. Good morning, good morning. So we're gonna do it again. We're gonna try it now in this moment to attempt to create this rhythm again for a lot of different reasons. One of the reasons why we had a little bit of hiccup as it relates to getting ourselves into this morning message rhythm, getting ourselves into this Cheldin Live rhythm. Again, Cheldin Live will be broadcasting live Monday through Friday, now from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. That is our goal, followed by a series of different other programs. We were filming other programs. We have 26 new shows slated for This Is It Network. This Is It Network is your global digital TV network connecting remarkable women to inspiring stories. We do that each and every day through our growing community, our engaging content, and the real connections that we provide. We are filling a void, my darling friends. There are plenty of people who have things to say, but what we want to do is provide you with experts. We want to do is provide you with positive content. We want to connect you, again, to remarkable women all over the globe. So thank you so much for those of you that are joining on Instagram, those of you that are tuning in on TikTok, good morning, good to see you. Those of you that are watching on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn, we are going to you live on all platforms. This Is It Network is now available and downloadable on all the major platforms, Taquan. We did the dang thing. You can download us on iOS and Android. You can check us out on Apple TV, Roku, and Fire TV. All of that content is available at that point and will be broadcast and posted directly after this show. So we are super excited. If you can join us live, please do. If you can't, you can catch us on all those platforms. Again, make sure you download at This Is It TV or This Is It TV. This Is It Network on all the platforms. Again, I'm a little rusty at this, but I'm excited to see you all. Good morning. Let me know when you are calling in. I'm pretending it's radio. Am I going to get my act together, Taquan? Happy Monday to all of you. It ain't radio. It is digital television. This Is It Network is your global digital TV network connecting remarkable women to inspiring stories. I'm still a note writer. I don't know how many of you are. As you could probably see, depending on the screen, there is nothing on this paper. There is nothing on this paper because diligently and usually I got nothing specific that I want to be able to share with all of you. Whatever's on my heart comes out my mouth. That's usually what happens. And right now, I want us to be able to focus. Whatever it is you're feeling in this moment is real. The frustration, being overwhelmed, tired, being sick and tired of being sick and tired, all of that is real. And so what I want us to do is to determine what we are going to do with it. What are we going to do with everything that we feel? What are we going to do with the ups and downs and trials and tribulations? Because for us, for the majority of us, we have no problems either stating that we are uncomfortable. We have no problems even declaring that we want to see change in the world. But I am going to be eager in asking you, what are we going to do? Are we going to simply watch the fire, or are we going to grab a hose? Are we going to participate in making this world a better place, or are we going to simply just complain about it? I know that it may seem easier to turn on your camera and bitch and complain. Believe me, I've been there. Believe me. But what I want to do is be able to encourage you that your voice matters, that we are an opportunity for us to do the right thing. We are the opportunity for us to show the better side of things. Yes, life is uncomfortable. I will never claim that it is not. Yes, life is unfair. I will never say it isn't. Yes, there are a bunch of mean people doing mean things and bad people doing bad things, but we share joy here. And what happens is when joy exists, it can outshine the darkness. That's my hope. And I know that it sounds cliche, and I know that it sounds warm and fuzzy, and I know a lot of you may say it's toxic positivity, but I think we need more positivity in this moment. I think that there is enough people telling us what is wrong, but not enough people doing what is right. And for me, that's the only choice that I have. The only choice that I have is to show you what it is that this world can look like. What it can look like if we work together, if we dance in the rain, what it is that it looks like. And that, I believe, is worth trying. There's a lot of more qualified people that are going to go to press conferences and report on the due diligence of the world. What we are going to do is provide you with individuals that are trying to make the world better. When you download This Is It Network on iOS and Android, on Apple TV and Roku and Fire TV, when you watch it in the comfort of your home, it is people that are telling their inspiring stories to remarkable women all over the world. There is a place for anger and discourse. There is a place for gossiptainment, and you will see a little bit more of that with our new friend Kathy Klon, who will be broadcasting her show just directly after this one on This Is It Network as well. So there's a place for all of these amazing things and all of these different opportunities for us to connect both online and offline. And what I beg of you, what I want for all of us to do is to see the light within the storm. Somebody has to be. The answer cannot be that it will always be awful and that we won't get out of this and we are in a doomsday situation. Though it may feel that way, I'm not here to discredit the fact that you are overworked and underpaid. I am not here to discredit the fact that you are exhausted. I'm not here to discredit the fact that you are misunderstood. I'm here to tell you that I hear you and I see you. And our goal is to be able to work together so I see you clearly and that the world sees you the way that you see you. And the only way that we do that is if we work, is if we see the fire and grab the hose and the bucket and get to work. I know that the majority of people out here are, again, exhausted and broke and tired and all the things. But then what is the answer? Who are the people rolling up their sleeves? Who are the individuals who are interested in working together? Because I'm interested in working with you. Whether you want to work with me or not, my goal is to be here as often as I possibly can. I think that that's why we were so disappointed this summer when we attempted to go live every single day, and trials and tribulations, hurdles, and not always bad things, right? And for a lot of you know, I have two children. I have a 14-year-old. She's about to go to high school next week. I can't even believe that. Taquan, I think you met her when she was 5. Crazy. She's about to go to high school next week. I have an 8-year-old about to start 3rd grade. In addition to my ambition, I have all of these things that I have to work on, all of these things that I have to do. I'm equally blessed. I have 2 80-year-old parents, 2 80-year-old parents that I want to ensure live the rest of their lives well. I am one of 4. Shocker, I'm the middle child. No one's surprised. Not one person is surprised that I'm the middle child. I am the middle child. I am one of 4. And we are close. And I didn't realize that we were an oddity, right, in the closeness of the 4 of us and my parents and my extended family. For those of you that know me, know that I am an immigrant. I became a citizen my senior year of high school to play Division I sports here on the East Coast at LaSalle University in Philadelphia. And so I come from a crazy, unapologetic West African family. Taquan knows them well, right? And we show up for the opening of a tin can. Somebody graduates from kindergarten and there's a line. We are the ones complaining that there isn't enough seats when we were only issued 2 tickets. Like, we're that kind of family, right? And so there were so many celebrations this summer. There were so many reasons to celebrate. Again, my daughter Sydney graduating 8th grade and having a party for all the reasons. Thank you so much, my darling, for all the reasons. And we were celebrating every single scenario, and we are that house. At least we try to be that house. I don't know if any of Sydney's friends are watching, but I try to be that house. We try to be the house that welcomes everyone. You come, you eat, you open the cabinets, you open the fridge, you grab yourself something. You are now home in my home. That's how I want for it to be. That's how I need for it to be as we build that village. When you build a village, you have obligations. You have tons of obligations that maybe take you away from things that you've intended, take you away from that morning show that you had planned, take you away from the organization that you may need to attend a meeting, take you away from your original intention. And that's what happened this summer. And I could have chose, right, to stop my feet. Maybe sometimes I did. Stop my feet and be like, oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed. I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't do this. But I had to be confident that if I sat down again here, when I sat down again here, when I had time and opportunity to sit down again here, that you hopefully would be there. And I think that that's what we think oftentimes, especially in this social space. If I stop, if I rest, if I take a breath, good morning, everyone. If I stop, if I take a breath, that you won't be there the next day, that my ambition is so fragile that if I don't maintain it with a sense of aggression and insanity, that it will be fleeting. That everything that I worked for will automatically vanish if I don't show up for everyone every second, every moment. And that simply isn't the truth. We have all heard the notion of the fact that you can't pour from an empty cup. And believe me, my cup was going to be empty. If I was showing up here and trying to show up there, and I was trying to go here and I was trying to go there, there was no way that I would be able to survive. There was no way that I would be able to sustain. So I had to create some priorities. I don't know if any of you are in this situation too. I don't know if any of you had to prioritize your summer. I don't know if any of you had to prioritize your life. You had to be able to figure out what went first, the chicken or the egg, what you needed to do. Not even prioritize your time, but prioritize your resources, right? What needs my attention now and what can wait? Who do I need to call back in this moment, and who can I wait until Monday? The dance of life. Good morning, Charmaine. The dance of life is really about how we begin to prioritize and how we lean on that village to be able to get closer to what it is that we want. Here at This Is It Network, we are all about content and community. It is the new way of looking at this social space. When we describe This Is It Network, we love to say that we are more disciplined than social media, but more accessible than cable television. We provide you with your daily dose of lifestyle news, your sense of motivation and inspiration, but we do it in a way that is convenient. We do it in a way that is respectful. We respect those that studied their craft and encourage them to share their expertise with others. So when I sat down with Taquan, I was like, how are we going to do this, friends? How are we going to not only launch this amazing app that is available on iOS and Android, Apple TV, Roku, and Fire TV, and more, but how are we also going to be as accessible as possible so we can be as useful as possible? And God knows, Taquan and I just love to plug things into a wall and pray for Wi-Fi, because that's where we are in this moment as we come to you live on TikTok, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and on YouTube. Anywhere that you can go live in the comfort of your own home or in the palm of your own hand, we want to hang out with you. We're going to do our best to get ourselves back into a rhythm. So this way you can rely on the information. For us here on the East Coast, or not even the East Coast, in the United States, we're going into Labor Day. So we'll have some hiccups within the schedule as it relates to Labor Day. But for us this week, we're planning on going Monday through Friday. At whatever time we can possibly come and hang out with you Monday through Friday, we are going to do that. Ideally, it's from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. We tried a longer stint. God knows I'll try anything. And what we wanted to do is provide a condensed version of that and bring in some additional live content afterwards. So some of you may have seen, we promoted it on Facebook and YouTube. We have a new show with Kathy Klein. If you're not really familiar with her, please follow her everywhere at Unfiltered Kathy. She's absolutely unhinged and so much fun. She's going to be great for us to sit down and talk to directly after this show. Kathy and I have been dear friends forever. The name of the show in which we will be working on together is called Hot Flashes and Headlines. It's about middle-aged life and the things that really concern us. So please stay tuned for that, because it's going to be really, really fun for you to be able to tap into that for sure. I want to make sure that all of you are in a position and in a space where you can feel as if your voice is heard. We are always looking for additional content contributors. We're always looking for individuals who have something to say and something to share. And we would love to have you join us here on This Is It Network. By 2026, we'll have 26 shows. Port Taquan has already been drugged all over the East Coast, being able to record some of these fun shows. We have an arts and culture show, thanks to our friend Yaya Horn. Yaya, I think you're in Amsterdam or Paris, France right now, doing what you do. So I hope you travel safe, my darling friend, and we can't wait till you get back. Dr. Kate, Unscripted, is such an amazing show showing the connection between media and womanhood and what that really feels like, and sexuality and all that really fun stuff. So we have an array of different pieces of and individuals who are really lending to a lot of really great content. So we really want you to be able to focus on that and understand a little bit more about what we've got going on. So it's taken us a minute to get ourselves into a rhythm. It has taken us a minute to get ourselves through the summer. We dared to go on a couple vacations. We dared to connect with our family. And my goodness, we dared to rest. The goal was for us to have a little bit of peace in order for us to be rejuvenated for this season. And a lot of you have already sent your kids back to school, or you are sending your kids back to school, or you yourself are going back to school. A lot of you know this. I'm an adjunct professor, so I will be teaching again at Temple University. Shout out to the Owls, starting this week. Tomorrow I have 2 classes, at 2 o'clock and a 5:30. I mean, these undergraduates, poor things. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. In the midst of this summer, I don't even think I even told anybody online, which I think is a kind of crazy thing, is I fractured my ankle. I know. Foolishness. And I wish it was a great story. I wish it was an amazing story about how I was running a triathlon or I was training for a marathon, but I ultimately was running in my house to grab a cup of coffee. I was running in my house to grab a cup of coffee and I tripped and I fell. It wasn't cute. It wasn't, I wish that it was a more romantic story, a story that was much better, a story that really resonated with some former athlete stuff, but it didn't. I twisted my ankle and I had been in a boot for the past 4 weeks, which is kind of crazy. So today I'm easing off the boot into a brace and then doing my best to navigate the campus tomorrow for my 2 classes. So if you see me hobbling along, I need you to not provide any judgment. Just open the door for me because I'm going to do my best to get there on time. I'm excited for all of you to be able to dive into some content. In particular, there's now more than ever a lack of experts that are lending their voice to what's going on in the world. And so what I'm going to attempt to do is provide a little perspective for those experts that are out there who aren't necessarily seasoned in the social space, that aren't interested in going live every day, all day. I want to be able to provide a little bit of voice to that. For those of you that know, I most recently, I guess it'd be a year, in February, so about 6, 7, 8 months ago, I guess, I wrote a book. It's called Scream Your Dream. It's 66 lessons to build your personal brand. I'm going to be bringing those lessons online because I think those experts that are out there are being muted for a number of different reasons, not organizing their content, not ensuring that they feel confident that what they say is going to make a difference. But I really think it's important that those individuals who have dedicated their life, that have really, really studied a specific craft, that have studied a specific body of work, that they use their voice in order to be able to communicate that effectively with the world. And so I think that too many people who are unaccredited, too many people who don't know what they're talking about, too many people who have a microphone but have nothing really valuable to contribute are the only ones talking. And so for me, I want to be able to really embolden individuals who have studied a craft, that have true expertise to provide. I want to make sure that they have the tools to do it. For more information on that, you can go to Amazon and check out Scream Your Dream. Scream Your Dream, again, 66 lessons to build your personal brand. Scream Your Dream is also our motto. It's also our foundation. We have a nonprofit foundation here in the state of New Jersey that empowers women through professional development and teaches young children about digital literacy. So we're going to have a film festival. We're going to have summer camps as of next year. So a lot of really exciting things that are happening. For those of you that aren't familiar, we are based in Southern New Jersey and we broadcast live from the Forum Event Center here in Blackwood, New Jersey. We have some exciting things going on, some festivals about to happen, some large-scale conferences. Our conference in particular is happening on September 19th. So please check the link in bio for that information, as well as the link that is found within the post. Our women's conference is going to be held on September 19th from 9 to 5. And then our evening ultimate pajama party can be held from 7 to 9. So if you need more information, if you'd like to get involved, if you'd like to put an item within the gift bag, or if you'd like to set up a table, or if you'd just like to join us, please let me know in the comments below. below or send us a direct message. This is the 4th annual This Is It Network Live Women's Conference. We have about 150 women who attend. It is going to be amazing. It's the first time a lot of you are going to see the new Forum Event Center, where we are currently broadcasting in hopes of building out our media center right in the lot behind here. And we want to make sure that you get a glimpse as to what it is that we're up to. So please let me know in the comments below where you are coming in from. Some of you are coming in from Texas, from Maryland, from Phoenix, early risers in from LA. Thank you so much for logging in and saying hello. We are currently live on as many platforms that Wi-Fi can handle. We're coming in live on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and on Facebook. You can catch us on TikTok as well as on Instagram. If you want to follow us in other places, you can do so. You can find us everywhere you find at This Is It TV. And then you can, of course, download us at This Is It Network on iOS and Android. We'll have 26 new shows as we embark closer to 2026. If you can believe this, we have been working diligently and hard to be able to provide you with quality content that really affects remarkable women, supporting content and community. So if you have a story to tell or expertise to share, please let me know. We'd love to be able to work with you and figure out the best ways in order to tell your story. There's plenty of opportunities to do so, whether you join me on my shows, Cheldin Live, or This Is It with Cheldin, or you create your own show to be able to figure that out. So please let me know in the comments below. Coming in from Philadelphia, coming in from South Jersey, coming in from North Jersey. Good morning, Orinthia. How are you? I see you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me know in the comments below where you're coming in from. We are super excited about all of the developments. If you can make it to Southern New Jersey, planes, trains, or automobiles, we are hosting our This Is It Network Live Women's Conference on September 19th. It is an amazing opportunity for all of us to be able to get together and all of us to be able to really work on establishing where we want our businesses, where we want our professional development to go. This Is It Network really celebrates leaders, executives, and entrepreneurs as we move forward in getting closer to our goals and objectives. I know that it's hard. I know that you wake up every morning being like, what the heck did I get myself into? I know that you look at yourself and you're like, not today. I don't know if I have it in me today. And so that's why it was so important for us to go live every day. It was really heartbreaking. We knew we had to prioritize various things within not only our community, but within the business. We had to prioritize our family, our personal and our professional lives. We had to prioritize all of these things. And it was quite difficult to be able to say, you know what, we're not going to be able to execute this in this way. We're not going to be able to do this in this time, and really be realistic. But the key to being able to move forward is to be flexible in what it is that you have. Some of us don't have the flexibility based on resources, based on the timing of your life, because I will unapologetically claim that I am a blessed person. I have the resources to help in the community to be able to prioritize myself and be able to show up in ways that I would otherwise not be able to if I did not have my village. So what I want for us to think about today is that, do you have those resources and those people behind you that can help you in getting closer to where it is you want to be? And if you don't, would it be interesting for you to be able to join This Is It Network or be part of our community to be able to help fill that void? The majority of people are ambitious, but even if you are the most ambitious person in the world, it is hard for you to continue to move forward. Hello, Dr. O from Maryland. It is hard for you to continue to move forward if you don't have any support. And when I say support, a lot of people are like, I got no money, I can't give anybody else money. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about sending cash apps or Venmos or GoFundMes, even though sometimes those are helpful. I'm not saying that that's what we're talking about. I'm talking about being able to send a text message to somebody and be like, today was hard, and for them not telling you to quit. Send a text message and say, I had a rough day, and somebody saying, tell me more. That is what I'm talking about. And so many of us don't have that as an option. So many of us are surrounded by people who think our ambition is a burden to them. So many of us are surrounded by people who are encouraging us to quit versus figuring it out. And the danger behind that is that there's so much use in what it is that we have in between our ears and our mind. There's so much use in what we can contribute. But because we are talking to the wrong people, because our community is not fruitful, we are being discouraged. And that discouragement is leading to us giving up. If we were in the right rooms, talking to the right people, would the conversation be different? Would the support look different? Would the timing of my life change? Would the resources that I have the ability to connect with, will that change? And I think the answer is yes, it would totally change. If you were surrounded by people who saw you, who got you, who wanted you to get closer to where it is you wanted to be. And not everybody is equipped. And I say that wholeheartedly, and that's not to insult your husband, your cousin, your best friend, your sister. That's not to insult them, but some of them aren't equipped to help you. Some of the people that you are leaning on desperately, that you need to help you, that you're begging to help you, that you are frustrated in it and distracted by the fact that they are not supporting you physically, mentally, cannot. They are incapable of looking at the world the way you look at the world. You look at a brochure and you're like, oh, I love that font. You look at a restaurant, and you're like, oh my gosh, I would love to do that someday. So many people look at the restaurant and be like, I just want to eat. You have to be okay with the fact that you look at the world a little bit differently. You have to be okay and figure out how to function in the world in that abstract. That's the hardest part. That's the entrepreneurial struggle, because the majority of people, that we are outnumbered by people who do not look at the world the way in which we look at the world. They don't see things the way in which we see things. They see things in a very simplistic way. The palette is really clean. There is no texture. There is no alternative to the way in which it works. And so what we're doing is we're finding ourselves really challenged by the way in which we talk to these people and feeling as if their reaction to our actions is the truth. They are not participants in our journey. They are observers of it. And there's a difference between the two. And so what I want you to do is I want you to begin to think about, I want you to begin to really think about, what does it mean, right? What does it mean to build community? And are you trying to build community amongst people who cannot serve you? Not that they don't love you, not that they don't like you, not that they don't want good for you, but oftentimes the people who want for you cannot serve you the way that you need to be served. So that means that we have to be on a treasure hunt of sorts. And I think that that ultimately is the fun part. I need to Google, I need to find, I need to look, I need to dig deep. I need to be like, who in this world, into this market can help me? Who can serve me? Who wants to be in community with me? And sometimes that's not the person that's sitting next to you. That's a hard pill to swallow, right? That's a hard realization to come to. Because we want our support to be within reach. We want our support to be just right there. We want our support to be, we're able to see it and touch it and get right there and get real close to it. But ultimately, that is a very difficult thing in order for us to understand. And that's hard. And I'm just here to say and raise my hand in a space that we have been away from a couple weeks, and to say that we're back. And that we're here to be able to help you in so many different ways. We want to be here to be able to provide you with not only content that fuels you and connections that you can utilize, but inspiration that is useful. The ability for us to be able to do so in a way that is productive. I believe we all need community. I believe that we will all do better if we have a village. I believe that if we can find people that we can tap into, and that tap into isn't necessarily financial. A lot of people assume that's me sending out a Cash App and getting $5, $10 at a time. That's not what that is. What it is to say, oh my goodness, I have somebody else who will speak my name in my absence. I have somebody else who knows exactly what I need, and when they find somebody who has it, will say my name out loud. That is what I'm talking about. And so many of us are looking for those people. So many of us are in need of those people, but find ourselves very conflicted in the rooms that we are currently in, because we are talking to people who do not get us, who do not see us, who do not want us to be as successful as we believe we deserve to be. I understand that. So maybe it's time to switch the rooms up a little. Maybe it's time to find This Is It Network. Maybe it's time to reach out to Sheldin Barlett Rumor. Maybe it's time to follow, fan, and like at This Is It TV. Maybe a little inspiration and motivation is exactly what you need to move into the right direction. And it's to be useful and accessible. It's to ensure that you have the information that you need in order to be able to get closer to what it is that you want. I know that for a lot of people, right? For a lot of people, we have expectations of ourselves, especially those. I'm proudly going to be 48 years old. And I can comfortably say at certain points, I wish I was further along. I wish I was in a different place. I wish I had more of this and more of that. And I get tortured in what I do not have. And I don't circle around and look around and swivel my chair and look, and I'm not as grateful as I should be in how far I have come. Because the truth of the matter is that the majority of us are not where we want to be, but we are sure as hell not where we were. The majority of us have come further than we could even imagine, but we spend so much time chasing that carrot. We spend so much time looking for other opportunities. We spend so much time trying to convince ourselves that where we are isn't enough in this moment. Because let me be real honest with you. I'll be the first one to tell you it's time to go. I'll be the first one to tell you, okay, Taquan, next. I'll be the first one to be like, okay, we jumped this hurdle. We've hit this benchmark. We're going to be able to move forward from here. But I also want to be a person that reflects on where I am. I want to be grateful for the home that we have here at the Forum Event Center. I want to be so grateful for the relationships that we've built with Innovative Catering Concepts, the township of Blackwood, what we're doing here in Camden County, in Southern New Jersey, on the East Coast, in the United States, surrounded by family and friends. I want to be grateful for where I am, knowing that I can do both, knowing I can be grateful for where I am and what I'm doing and still want more. And that doesn't make me selfish. That makes me ambitious. And if I am ambitious, that means I need to be surrounded by people who understand my ambition, who don't try to push it down, who don't try to convince me that I deserve less when I know and I feel I deserve more. And that's what This Is It Network is. It's a home, please. It's a safe place for you to be like, you know what? This entrepreneur business is hard. Motherhood is hard. Being a friend is hard. Being a spouse is hard. That doesn't mean I want to quit, or maybe I do. And maybe somebody will just allow for me to feel those feelings. And why isn't there enough places? Thank you so much, love. Why isn't there enough places to feel those feelings? There's not. There's a place that tells you have to be one thing or another. And especially as us as women, I can't even watch a baking video without just being like, this woman likes to bake bread. Why do I gotta feel bad about it? I don't want to bake bread. Girl, bake. Invite me to your house, fork in hand. I will eat all of the bread that you want to make. What we want to do is create a collective, and that's what it means to be in community with people. That's what it means to be in community. I can be in community with women who are running their households like CEOs, who have never walked into a boardroom, but love the life that they have. They cater to their family, they cater to their children, and that's what they want their life to look like, and I can applaud them. And they can applaud me, and they can gladly come to the grand opening or the launch of This Is It Network and not feel guilty for it. Go back to their home and love their life. That's inclusion. That's what I love. I have no interest in making my own bread. Zero. I got no interest in housing chickens and taking care of cows, but I appreciate those who do. And there needs to be a place for that ambition. And there needs to be a place where we learn from those individuals. There needs to be a place where we celebrate those people. And then in turn, they celebrate me. When I ask them to join a membership or to attend an event or buy some merch, they don't feel any kind of way about lending their hard-earned dollars to that because they know that I appreciate them exactly who they are. That I'm in love with how they love, and I am proud of who they are, and I allow for them to be exactly who they need to be, as long as as they allow for me to do the same. That's what's going to get us to where we need to be. Where we celebrate strangers instead of encouraging strangers to dislike other strangers for no other reason aside from boredom and idle hands. What we need to do is to be able to work together, because on the other side of all of these great conversations, on the other side of this morning enthusiasm is community, is somebody that you can call just to say you had a bad day, or damn, somebody you can call to just to say I had a great day. And they're going to allow you to feel that great day, as opposed to make you feel bad because their day wasn't as good. Do you understand what I'm saying? We need the equivalent of space. We need the spaces where we can share it amongst each other, where we can literally not only walk in the rain, but dance in it. We can look at problems that exist and say, oh my goodness, there is a fire, but not just stand there and point. Grab a bucket and a hose, call a friend and put it out. That's what we need. And too many of us are looking at the fire. Too many of us are blaming people for the fire, as opposed to collectively figuring out how we're going to put out the fire. That's what This Is It Network is. It is a community out of necessity, because no one, ideally, is going anywhere. And we can celebrate this world together. We can share it together. There's going to be plenty of people who don't want to do this. Plenty of people who think I'm crazy. Plenty of people who are like, Sheldin, I'm tired of everybody. I don't want to talk to everybody. And that's fine. But when you are done, when you are rested, and you still want to come back and join us. Because there will be times that those positive folks are fatigued. There will be times when those people that are always seeing the brighter side of things are having a dark day. They deserve that dark day. They're allowed to have that dark day. The door is open when you return. I was talking to a lot of people that may have different opinions on me on a number of different things, and they're feeling really guilty in this point because maybe things are going to the darker side of things. They didn't think that they were going to be as dark, and now they don't want to be able to turn around. The way I explain it is, I sent an invitation out into the world. Let's assume I'm throwing a party. Yes, which I tend to do. Let's assume I'm throwing a party, and I threw an invitation out into the world, and some of you got the invitation right away and RSVP'd. Some of you are waiting at the door 6 days in advance. Some of you got the invitation, put it down, and was like, event is not for me. Some of you got the invitation, looked at it, and said, I will never attend. Now, the tides have changed. Now, the door has changed. Now, the life begins to look a little differently, and you are looking violently for that invitation. What time is that event? I feel like I'm in the mood to party. I feel like I'm in the mood to go. When I got the invitation, I didn't feel like I was in the mood. When I got the invitation, I didn't want to go. It didn't look like something that interests me. But now that time has passed, where is that invite? Can I still RSVP? And my answer is yes. If you are late to the party, I will take you anyway. Come. I will take you empty-handed even. I'd rather have you join the party late than never at all. And I hope that those of you that can follow my analogies understand what I am saying, because there are so many individuals like, you didn't come to the party the first time, you didn't RSVP from this date, so therefore you can't come. I need this house to be packed. I need this party to be good. I need for us to understand that we can only be in this together. And no, you will not like everything on the buffet. No, you will not like every song that the DJ plays. But I would prefer that you are here at the party, if that makes any sense. And I hope it does. Because that's what This Is It Network is. We're not going to be the same. We're not going to agree all the time. But there is a time and a place, and the time is now for joy and sanity and expertise and kindness and love and stability and discipline and all of those things in which we all deserve in order to make this place a better place. I want you to join us. I want you to find us. If you find us late, that's okay. If you came on time and or early, welcome. But we will be here when you need us. We will do our best to get ourselves into a better rhythm, right, Taquan? We will do our best to show up now that the school year has started and fall is on its way. Fall tends to be our beginning of the year. I know a lot of people start their year in January, but fall, maybe it's because it's my birthday next week, or it's because, back to school, whatever it happens to be. Fall always tends to be my beginning of the year. So I'm feeling really good. I think things are about to cool off here on the East Coast, God willing. And so we're allowing ourselves to layer up not only with clothing, but layer up with the ability to have more people in our world that we can celebrate life with. So on that note, for all of you that are interested in getting involved in This Is It Network and following, fanning, and liking us, please do so. Log on to thisisItTV.com and follow, fan, and like us everywhere you find at This Is It TV. For a lot of us, it has been a very hectic summer. A lot of intentions, a lot of big plans that we had did not necessarily come through, but we are live on iOS and Android, Apple TV, Roku, and Fire TV. You can download us today to take a glimpse of our new shows, as well as be part of the content that we have previously posted in the past. There is over 1,000 pieces of content available on that platform. I know, Taquan, look at me exhausted because yes, we did that. We 1,000 pieces of content for you to peruse through as we provide new shows. 26 new shows will be joining the platform. If you have a story to tell, if you would like to get in touch with us, if you'd like to work with us here at This Is It Network, please let us know in the comments below or send us a direct message. More information on our This Is It Network Live Women's Conference that will be held on September 19th here at the Forum Event Center can be found within the link within the post as well as the post itself, or you can reach out to me for more information. Again, I'm Cheldin Barlett Rumor, and this is it. We will be back tomorrow with more Cheldin Live. And again, for more information on This Is It TV, log on to thisisItTV.com and follow, fan, and like us everywhere you find at This Is It TV. It is time for us to use our voices. No longer whisper your wishes. It's time for all of us to scream our dreams. See you soon. Take care.